Good morning. Good morning, Sue Rowan, Jeff Johnson, waiters. Had the camera turned around there. Thank you for coming in so early. Appreciate you guys. Listen, we got Sue Rowan taking a little trip this morning, going to get some test results from her recent scans. Sue Rowan is a cancer survivor, and this is like the checkup, right? So she'll get results today, January 19th. So bear with me just a second, guys. I've got my LED light on this morning, so hopefully that's working good for you. Not too great for me, it's why I put the hat on, so I got a little brim. But anyway, guys, this is for Sue Rowan. She means so much to this channel. She been following for a long time and just always very welcoming to people that come to the channel. So today's a big day, and this is just a normal everyday routine for Nam Yin. I don't do it that often, but I think it's very fitting to go ahead this morning. So Sue, this is for you. One candle and 3 incense. Well, takes a little doing. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. We actually do have our gimbal action back live. CW Moss, hey, thank you so much for coming to the channel. I really appreciate all the new comments we've been getting. Really appreciate it, guys. All right, Sue, we're all thinking about you, okay? Positive thoughts, good results today. Okay, guys, let's go up to the upper deck. Stream okay. I'm not seeing any buffering. Sound okay. We got this new LED light. This light is actually made for the GoPro Hero 9, so we can do some night market stuff and see things a little better, because the GoPros don't film good at night. But pretty dark over there at the Spirit House this morning, so thought it might come in handy. Let's go to the upper deck. I got to get me a cup of coffee. I really like this gimbal. This is the Moza Mini P. I need to add a link to it in my default uploads so that people can go check out this gimbal on Amazon or wherever. But so far I'm liking it real well. I used it for the first time on the Ocean Wings vlog, the most recent vlog on the channel. And if you saw the trailer to that vlog, that was the instructor, Kun Tom, former Royal Thai Navy SEAL, the lead instructor of the Ocean Wings International Flying School. In his trailer, and I've still got the footage, so I'll probably upload it again with something else. But I did the inversion for the first time with the Moza. So it's all looking good, Jess says. Love your house. Well, thank you so much. All right, guys, let me kill this light. Okay, now you're got a little strobe action on it there too. How do you like that? But now you're just going with the house light here. Let me set you down, guys. I'm going to go grab a cup of coffee. I've got my laptop up here so I can follow the chat on the computer while you guys get the best view of the eastern sunrise. All right, I'll be right back. Appreciate you guys. Listen to the sounds of Thailand. Good morning, Thailand. January 19th, 2022. Be right back. All right, guys, I'm set up with some coffee. Appreciate you guys hanging out if you got time, but if you got things to do, Jeff, anyone else, please go take care of your stuff, man. We do a lot of random live stream, and you know, I don't expect people to always be available. So you guys do whatever you need to do. It's gonna chill out a little bit this morning. Check on Sue's candle. How's it doing? Whoa. Oh, you're shining bright, Sue. Shining bright. I do like this gimbal. Allows me to fumble around with things a little bit. All right, I'm gonna sit down here at the laptop and catch up with you guys on the chat. We don't have to be fumbling around too much. Go just under that street light for a minute. Pretty decent view. Keep the street light out of the view. All right. Whatever. Hey, good to see you again. Haven't seen you in the chat in a long time. Good morning. Okay, Sue, still traveling, guys. Still traveling. As a kid, I couldn't stand the taste or smell of coffee. 18, within a month, I love coffee like the earth loves the sun. Yeah, me too, sir. Me too, CW Moss. And I don't play around with little tiny coffee cups either, you know what I'm saying? Huge old cup of coffee. All right, I'm gonna sit down at the PC here. Oh, better make sure everybody knows the thumbnail was real. Look at that. Huh? The two best rescue dogs in the world. Huh? Okay, everybody's on par now. Well, Sue, we sure look forward to getting updates from you whenever possible. And yeah, I get a lot of comments on this cinder block wall needs painting. I agree. It's a rental, guys. You know, something we might do later, but anyway, it's Thailand. It's very, very common. Cinder block walls around your house, and it's obviously a tropical country, so you get a lot of moisture, and you know, that paint probably faded 2 months after it was put on there. Nam Yen will be up in a bit. Headed out for the open mic. Ladies have done just great work. Ooh, that coffee tastes good. Hey, thanks for the links, Jeff. Appreciate it. Yeah, Isan Finland is a new subscriber. I can see a list of all the recent subscribers, guys. And now some people choose to subscribe anonymously, meaning you don't know what the account is that's been subscribed. But everyone that doesn't do it anonymously, I can see all of those new accounts. Love being drowned out by these beautiful birds. But thanks for the links, Jeff. I agree, Sue. Nothing like the birds. Just the sounds of nature in the tropics. So many people are in the dead of winter right now. So the playbacks on the live streams have been getting tremendous views, guys. We're way up on views. I mean, we used to average, 200 to 500 range, and almost all the live streams are 800 to 900 now. So we're definitely getting assistance with the YouTube algorithms, which we discussed in a live stream a while back now, about if everybody starts, we get more concurrent views on premiere videos and more comments and just everything we could do together, right, to kind of try to push the channel. The channel's up to like 60% YouTube suggested videos now. That's incredible. We were at like 8% for 2 years, if not less than 8%, right? Jeff knows, he's seen the internal analytics. Our traffic source has mostly been external browsers, meaning they clicked on the link on Facebook or Instagram or somewhere else, and the YouTube suggestion is the algorithms. That's basically what it is. So that's how you get new viewers. And yeah, we've always been at right about 8%. It's right at the bottom compared to all the other traffic sources. Well, now, because of the recent jungle hiking video that we got tons of views on, we got this big push. So we went from 8% to 60% overall YouTube suggested videos. So thank you all so much for your interaction with the channel. It really helped, obviously. Okay. Thank you so much, waiters. We really appreciate you. We got a couple of distant points on this planet covered between the Open Mic Pala and waiters in Alaska. And I think everyone that enjoys this channel will love that channel. So keep it up, guys. Let's spread the love. But I wasn't planning on going live this morning, guys. The Ocean Wings video, Miss May, that story is just incredible. It got a tremendous amount of views in the first 24 hours for our channel, for our little channel. So the way things have been working, the big push in the algorithms, the YouTube suggested videos usually come 2 or 3 days, sometimes even later, after the video is uploaded. So I'm sure hoping that the Ocean Wings video, May's story, that's basically what it is. It's about her, and we've got more stories to tell with the Ocean Wings International Flying School. They are assisting multiple people with the wheelchair ability to fly. Kun Tum was in for breakfast yesterday morning, and he was on his way to purchase another chair because they only have one, proper official chair for paragliding, and they currently have 7 people enrolled in the school that need a chair to fly. So he's going to purchase another one, and I'm sure those chairs are not cheap. Custom engineered, balanced, all that kind of stuff. When you're flying in the air, there's no room for error, right? So anyway, guys, if you could share that Ocean Wings link on your social media or anywhere you want, please do. Because the more eyeballs we get on May's story, then, that'll just maybe in the future be a bigger audience for the Ocean Wings flying school itself. and you are certified worldwide when you graduate with Kun Tum at the Ocean Wings. When you finish your training, you are certified worldwide for paragliding. They do also have paramotor. They do have one paramotor, and so they use it as well. That's a separate learning training skill. Very important, very important. A lot of people jump on a paramotor after watching YouTube videos, and then they just go, to somebody that's got one, and they, make a deal, and they go up in the air, and next thing you know, they crash, and they're dead. So, Kun Tum is former Royal Thai Navy SEAL, so you can be assured safety standards are at the highest level, and he's got several assistants that are active duty Navy SEALs. Good morning. We are live. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. We are live this morning. Sue is on her way to the doctor to get the results from her scans and tests. So I went to your spirit house this morning, baby. I did 3 incense, 1 candle for Sue. Huh? Talk to Buddha for Sue. Nam Yen has awakened. Hey, there's Bodo. Good morning, Bodo. 45 minutes will know the new cancer cells are not good, but I know there are other people worse off than me. Very, very good point, Sue. That's what Miss May is so inspiring, because, I've been reluctant to learn how to paraglide because my balance is so bad.
Good morning, Jeff. I want to go to work now.
You can talk to the camera over there. They can hear you better. The microphone over there.
Oh.
Don't touch though, because it could fall down. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Sue. I want to go work today.
Always going to work.
Yes.
Good morning, Nam Yen.
Shop makes us, Dubai Park makes us.
Oh yeah. So guys, pork cost is up 50% in Thailand. Can you believe that? Just in the last week. So we've had to inform our customers that we're going to have to mark up.
1 kilo 200 baht.
Oh my God. And before 130, tell me.
150 I buy before.
150.
Yeah, 150
And now it's 200, so it's up 50 bucks. Yeah.
But now
That's like 75%.
in at the shop,
Uh-huh.
215 baht.
215 baht a kilo on ground pork, guys. And it was 150 a kilo. Holy crap. And we buy 4 kilos at a time, and then the recipe of all of our dry ingredients to make our homemade sausage patties is a 2 kilo recipe. Yeah. Yeah, 2 kilo for the recipe. Right. You go now? You want to light candle, incense before you go? Huh? For Sue? Sure. Extra joke breakfast for you, Bodo. Okay. We got 14 watching live, guys. Don't forget to click that thumbs up. We appreciate you. The birds are so pretty. Yeah, Jeff, the government's really trying, and they actually put a ban on all pork exports. And the Prime Minister just yesterday ordered an internal audit of all production of pork in Thailand because after the export ban, meaning protectionism, keep our pork in our country, right? It's still gone up. It still keeps going up. So, he ordered an audit because he's like, look, an export ban is an export ban. So if some of this pork is still slipping out of Thailand, because obviously there's a lot of neighboring countries that don't have the pork production that Thailand does. So anyway, and guys know about Asian swine flu, and there's been a lot of severe strain on the Chinese pork market over the Asian flu. That's not just recent, that's been ongoing. So anyway, yeah, Jeff, I think the government's trying to do all they can. And the eggs are up too. Eggs are up too. So basically, what we've had to do, guys, is every menu item, uh, except for the beef, except for our steak and eggs, our New Zealand ribeyes are still the same price, right? But all the smoked bacon, the ham, the ground pork. Okay. Oh, you're gonna do it inside? Okay. Hang on a second, guys. And even eggs is up. So we're just adding 10%. So our number 5 is 200 baht, right? $6. We added 20 baht. Everything just we have to, and we are hoping it's temporary. But Nina is explaining to her customers. I'm going to make some announcement posters today and laminate them, right, and have those around so it's not doesn't all fall on Nina and the staff to explain it. But I mean, pretty much everybody that lives here in Thailand knows about this rapid increase. So Yen said 215 baht. That's more like 75% increase. So, not quite double yet, but all right. Okay, Sue, talking to Buddha for you. Thank you, baby. Hello, Paul A. Well, Sue, if anybody's got pull with the above powers, especially when it comes to the Buddhism, spiritualism, Nam Yen's got a lot of pull, so hopefully that'll help too. And of course, she follows, guys. Thai's reading comprehension on English far surpasses their speaking and listening skills usually, right? So trust me, they see your comments and stuff, and the entire staff, is grateful for the people that follow the YouTube channel because they see in reality how many actual customers are coming in that are followers of the YouTube channel, right? First time customers, they come in and we start kind of giving them some history of the business, and they're like, oh, we know everything. We watched you guys build the bar. We watched everything. I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, the staff is fully aware of the importance of social media when it comes to business promotion, right? And but you guys know it's much more than that. We are like a family here. We're just a small channel. We've been a small channel for 2 years now, and we're getting some good push and some surge right now. But it's not going to change, the core group of people that we truly care about. Everybody's gotten to know each other. Well, a lot of people have gotten to know each other through this channel. Not everyone, but you don't have to meet in person to know someone when you've interacted with them for hours and hours on live streams and in live chats, right? So anyway, Sue, we are all staying positive about great results today, so you can relax and not have to worry about any more upcoming procedures of any kind. That's what we're hoping for. Beautiful. Inside, Jake. Inside. Tyron, good morning. Odo, Paulé, Waiters in Alaska, Jeff Johnson, Sue Rowan, C.W. Moss, whatever. Danny Smith, good morning, Danny Smith. Ed Gilchrist, cheers to Kentucky. And we shall see the hard-working lady off. 6 days a week, guys. And I've got some updates for you on the Open Mic Nightclub, so stay tuned. I seen your helmet somewhere. I forget where. Check on that candle. Sue, we have... if Sue's still available, I don't know, guys. I told her don't worry about being in the chat because she's traveling. Let's see what good here. Looky there. Look at that, Sue. Still burning. Huh? So that's fortuitous because it doesn't take much wind to knock out a little candle. Yeah, come on, zoom back out, guys. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Tyron. All those prayers count, guys. Whatever you believe in, it all helps. I know it does. I'm 100% positive. Okay, baby, have a great day. I'll be coming soon.
Daddy, I have steak for you.
Yeah, I know. You bought steak for me last night and I wasn't hungry. I can eat that for breakfast. Burn bright like Sue. Exactly right, Jeff. Exactly right. That candle is just about burnt all the way down now, guys. It's got a little bit of life in it. Let's follow Namya out. Let's just take a walk. We're on a gimbal now. We can do this. We got to get the beautiful doggies out after she closes the gate anyway. Huh? Oh, you guys are the stars of this morning live stream. Huh? Love you, baby. Careful. And just like that, she rode out of our lives. What a beautiful, amazing sunrise. Yeah, I'm coming. Look at that, guys. You can't make that up. It's not all the way gone yet. Sue, we still got a lot of candle left. The incense finished off. And Sue is an amazing grandmother too, who just got to spend time with her grandchildren before she had to come back and go get those scans. So today's a big day and we have confidence. We just planted this yellow flowering tree, guys, a few months back. It was a little shrub, had no flowers on it. The bumblebee. Working. Huh? You're a working bee, huh? You in there? Yeah. Wow, pretty good video quality for a live stream. So, a lot of people are afraid of bees and whatnot. We're not, and they're so vital to everything, right? So, that's what those Those flowers are so great for them. We got some smaller ones down here, so smaller. They're working now. We've never been stung, but we never swat at one or act like we're scared when it comes flying by. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean we still couldn't get stung, but not a going concern. Jake and Blackie are like, get me out! Get me out! What do you want? Huh? What do you want? Hmm? I'll go check, where did my mommy go? How's the stabilization, Jeff, on the live stream with the new gimbal? Is it shaking around too much? I know that I can't pan very fast because, again, you know, we're streaming live. So when you do anything real fast, it's going to blur the image, or, you know what I mean? It's not like we've got a live news camera. And when we zoom in live, it's pretty distorted. Let's test that real quick, Jeff. So looking straight south here towards the Gulf. A buddy of mine that lives in this condo building, the big white one on the left. Now you're going to see some other two buildings on the right, but he lives in the one on the left. Actually, I've got several friends that live there. We've got several customers. Let's see if I can get the bot center. Okay, the white one there. So not far to the coast area, pretty distorted. Very hard to zoom in when you're live and get any good quality. It's not great quality when you're not live. You guys saw me zoom in on Miss May's flight. I got her entire flight from my perspective at the top of the hill. And then we got her entire flight from her helmet cam perspective. A lot of good videos recently on the channel, but I gotta say, I'm really proud of that one with Miss May. Oh, it doesn't look like we're zoomed out all the way, are we? There we go. Not easy to adjust all that crap. How's that? Pretty good. Up a little bit. But this Moza Mini P gimbal, it's basically got 3 motors. So there's 3 pivot points, and all 3 pivot points have an independent motor. And anyway, I've got a lot to learn about it, but I like it. I like it a lot so far. The battery life seems to be great too. So sorry to hear that cancer is a tough one. Thank you so much for that, Waiters. There's a lot of cancer survivors out there. A lot of people still battling, right? I've got a sister who's got stage 4 lung cancer as we speak in Kansas City, Sister Susie. God bless her. My mother was a breast cancer survivor. She had a full mastectomy too, as well, Sue. One sister, full mastectomy. So breast cancer in my mother's side, and my sisters, aunts. And then on my father's side, my father lived to the ripe old age of 76, but he did have throat cancer for about the last 10 years of his life, and he had the breathing apparatus in his trachea, right? So yeah, I've got a lot of that big C word in my genetics too, and a lot of us do, and then some others may be the first in their family. And of course, I think many of you know I lost my grandson, which is the hardest loss I've ever had to endure when you lose a child, and I can't imagine losing one of my own children. So it's my firstborn daughter, lost her son Zeke, and that was to a very rare form of leukemia. So cancer in the blood cells, and it was a very highly mutating. So he was diagnosed at age 4 and passed away at age 9, and he's my superhero because he went through more crap than anybody I know. I mean, he was in and out of hospitals, Mercy, Children's Mercy in Kansas City. He had the Make-A-Wish Foundation. He got to go to Disney World, but he's had more spinal taps and more crap chemo and more. I mean, he's the toughest guy I know. Tougher than any man I've ever met, and so you're not alone, Sue, and anybody out there is suffering from whatever, whether it be physical health or mental health or anything else. We hope that in some small way, this little YouTube channel and experiencing the people that follow it and getting to know one another, some small way, maybe that helps, encourages, inspires, whatever, right? We got to keep fighting. Guys, let me check in on the chat on the computer so I don't have to keep touching the phone to see the chat. And then I got some news for you on the open mic. I gotta go get a warm up of coffee. Lucky Jake, you keep them company, okay? Oh, thanks, Jeff. Yeah, you guys, I know tough to you. I think you're busy this morning, but one thing that's really great about getting these good views on the live streams, Jeff, is the live stream playback chat is always visible. So I make sure I always set the settings for live chat replay. So when Tough to You comes in, and if she wants to go check out this new gimbal we're using, she can click on that link, right? Because Tough to You will definitely watch the playback. You guys know that. And so, yeah, Jeff, any links you share in that live chat, man, it's there forever. So, appreciate it. Thanks, Jeff. Jeff says it looks really good on the stabilization with this new gimbal. I got an idea. Let's see if I can switch up the angle a little bit here. We've seen that a million times at that angle. Let's see what we can do here for a minute. People tune into the replay, they can get different perspectives. That's definitely not going to work. Not the right height. Thought I might be able to get a window through that lattice there. This is not bad though. Hey. Little flower and the candle is still burning. You guys see that? Jeff's on the big screen, so I know he can see it. My God, man. It's amazing. Still burning, Sue. Okay, let's go about right there, because that sun, when it pops up, it'll be right in the midst of that tree there. Oh, yeah. I like that angle. All right, let's leave it there for a little bit. All right, guys. I'll get you updated on what's going on with the Open Mic nightclub, and we'll go ahead and close this one out. And then Sue will communicate with some of us after she knows what's up. So we'll be sure and try to update all of you as well as soon as we know. Might, well, depending on what Sue wants to do, it'll be up to Sue. I never do anything publicly without asking, but if Sue wants me to share some kind of a post announcement on the community tab of the channel, then I'll do that. But we'll leave that up to her. And we'll talk about that later, Sue. I'll be available today, but I do want to update folks on what's going on with the bar business in Thailand in general too, not just the open mic. But we do have some confirmation now. A lot of you may have heard about the January 16th date. Been a lot of talk about that day. Which has come and gone now. We are January 19th now here in Thailand and Australia. But you guys know that we really like to keep people updated. There's a reason that we changed the channel name to the Open Mic PHALA, because so many people have a personal interest and they want to use the open mic as a meeting point for various things. We have veterans groups now. We have Royal Thai Navy now. We have Thai military veterans as well, and then we have international travelers that have been entering Thailand and coming to the open mic. So obviously the YouTube channel is an extension of the Open Mic at Phala, and we don't really make videos about our private life here. I just choose not to do that. We do like to take you guys along when Namyan and I take little trips and stuff, but as far as sitting around and eating dinner and talking about our lives, that's just not something we're interested in doing on YouTube, and that's not going to change. We want to focus on showing people Thailand and just sharing our experience and trying to keep opinions to a very minimum. Because oftentimes our opinions as expats living here in Thailand are not really relevant to anything. So why fret about it too much, right? I'm no expert on anything, and I certainly don't like to broadcast Thailand news or anything like that. But when I give you the perspectives of what's going on as far as rules and regulations and restrictions on our business, that does help people get a perspective of some sort of Thailand news, but we basically more localize it. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. Okay. Well, let me sit down with you guys a minute. See what we got. What's old fast look like this morning? Ooh, you're looking rough, old man. Okay. Yeah, I can see the chat here on the computer too if I take these glasses off. But anyway, guys, kind of what's going on. And if you got any particular questions, you could ask a question. But I'm not one of these live stream guys that likes to sit here and you know, make people think that, you know, I'm going to, hem-haw around for 20 minutes and eventually get to their questions or something. So anyway, maybe the information I provide will answer a lot of questions without having to ask them. So back in November of 2021, there was a proposed target date of January 16th for the reopening of bars, nightclubs, and karaoke clubs. Now, this was separate and apart from the sandbox program, the sandbox scheme, they call it. And if many of you know, the sandbox scheme originated on the island of Phuket. It was deemed a blue zone. So if you've been following Thailand, and many other countries have these color code zones, and you can follow the map of Thailand. We had green zones, which means very low case counts. We had yellow, a little higher, orange, a little higher, red, strict control measures, and then dark red was maximum strict control measures imposed by the CCSA, the proper authority here in Thailand to try to contain and keep case numbers down and monitor hospitalizations. You guys know what the CCSA does. So anyway, when they created the sandbox scheme, that was the first time we heard of a blue zone. We had heard of green, yellow, orange, red, dark red. Everybody been dealing with that since March of 2020, right? So we were all familiar with how the zonings worked, and if you're a business, you've got to monitor what restrictions apply to what zone, depending, right? And currently, the Phuket sandbox, the blue zones, have been expanded to different areas. Now, I don't know them all. I think there's about 10 different provinces, but not the entire province. Like, for example, here in Rayong, we do have one blue zone. Believe it or not, in all of Rayong province, which you guys know is huge, we have one blue zone, and it's out on the island of Samet, okay? Well, Samet Island, which is a very popular tourist destination here in Rayong. So basically, the blue zones have expanded to target international tourist areas, right? And those restrictions in the blue zones were loosened quite a bit. For example, dine-in alcohol was legally available for sale at restaurants only, you know. But a lot of bars are bar slash restaurant. They got a restaurant license, they got a kitchen, they got whatever, appetizers, whatever, right? If they make you a sandwich, I mean, as long as they're a legally licensed restaurant, they should have been good to go for the sale of alcohol in all blue zones, right? So that's kind of up to date of where that's at. And then again, we get back to this target date of January 16th was outside of the blue zones. Are we going to loosen restrictions and allow for sale of dine-in alcohol in, for example, an orange zone, right? Not a blue zone, but an orange zone. So we've been anticipating that day, but like everything in Thailand, when you've got experience, you always want to digest the news, you want to get certainty, you want to kind of wait and see what happens, right? And there was actual talk, by the Prime Minister and other people in authority back in November 2020 about this January 16th date, right? So it wasn't just like a rumorville that January 16th was some kind of a target date for reopening of nightclubs. It was an actual proposal back in November. Obviously, we know that's before the current variant wave, right, that's struck the world. So basically what's happened, we started hearing, through the grapevine, and these are people that are in the know that, know a lot of businesses in our area that, yes, that it's true that orange zones in Rayong specifically, because the only blue zone we have, again, is out on Koh Samet Island, which is a little bitty slither of land compared to the rest of the province, right? So people were saying, yeah, restaurants only will be able to serve alcohol, and the alcohol has to be removed from the customer's table by 9 p.m. sharp, right? Now, if you're a restaurant, you can still be open till 11 or whatever, midnight, I guess, I don't know what the specifics are on that because we haven't been open at night in forever, as you guys know. So anyway, after hearing all the talk and the speculation about what's going to happen yesterday, being our first day to reopen, because the 16th was on a Sunday, so we weren't going to plan any kind of a reopening on a Sunday, even if we could. and then we're closed on Monday. So yesterday, well, I'm lost now. I'm a day behind. But anyway, on Tuesday, we started contacting the Tessabon, and then yesterday, today is what, right? I'm confused. Today's the 19th, but what day of the week is it? It's a Wednesday. Jamie? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is Wednesday. So I did have my days right. So yesterday, I talked to Nina and Namien and Noi, and I'm like, this is what I'm hearing from business owners in the area, people that know a lot of bars and restaurants in Banchang, and they're saying, yeah, there was a big change on January 16th that we could start doing the dine-in alcohol. So, but again, not everybody was certain, and there's a lot of confusion. So, what we've always done in the past is communicate with our Tessabon, and for those of you that don't know, that's a government entity that's local. Okay, so you have your city hall, which is like Banchang City, and then you have your provincial government, Rayong, right? The Rayong City is the capital of the province. So that's where the governor resides and all of that of the province. So you go governor to the city, and then you have sub districts within cities. So Tessabon is a sub district called Pala in Banchang City. So that's who we communicate with. Now we pay all of our taxes, income taxes, sales tax, Social Security on the employees, all that stuff goes to City Hall in Banchang. But we don't really have to communicate with them as far as what's the new restrictions, what's the new rules, whatever. We can just communicate directly with the government building right there at Pala Beach, right? So yesterday they reached out to them and they gave them the information that we've been hearing about, dining alcohol is going to be allowed. Maybe not karaoke, maybe not full blown bar, but if you're a restaurant, which we are, you can serve dine-in alcohol till 9 p.m. So we thought, oh, this is, boom, guys, we got shut down. I mean, a definitive no. Okay, so I don't know what all the talk was for 2 months or more leading up to January 16th. I think the likelihood is when all of that stuff was originally proposed, the target date of January 16, 2022, right? And everything had been pushed back. Now, we're not talking blue zones, so don't take this as news for, say, Chonburi and Pattaya. Completely different, right? They're a blue zone. They've been selling alcohol legally, right? So we're not talking about that. We're talking about outside all of the blue zone areas, the rest of the country, right? So don't get confused and think that I'm trying to give you news on what's happening in blue zones, because I don't know. I don't live in one of them. I haven't been to the blue zones to kind of see what the restaurants are doing. But I think you guys follow. There's enough people in Pattaya and Koh Samet and Phuket Island and stuff that are updating people on what's going on in the blue zones. I'm only discussing outside the blue zones, and pretty much since the new variant wave came in, all of the other provinces throughout Thailand. Now, I don't know if this is still current, but basically all the other provinces were classified as orange zones. So a lot less than what we were before with red and dark red, right? So, but we're all like orange now. They're meeting today, I think, the CCSA, or tomorrow. We'll have announcements soon. So they are having a meeting, and they did say they're going to review restrictions in other areas outside blue zones and maybe even modify the current restrictions in the blue zones. Okay, so we should know something by Friday of this week as to updates. But 100%, we directly communicated with our local government, who was in complete contact with the governor of Rayong. So here you got a governor of an orange zone. Now, governors do have a lot of autonomy, so I'm only speaking for Rayong. There may be governors in other orange zones that are allowing their restaurants to serve alcohol. So once again, I'm not giving Thailand news. I'm telling you what's applying to us as a business here in Pala Banchang, Orange Rayong. Okay, our governor communicates directly with all the various cities and sub-districts, right? So those orders go out immediately if there's any updates or change. So Tessaban, Inksay on the Oinksay, okay, as they say in Pig Latin, no go, okay? So we're glad that we didn't have high expectations. You guys know that we don't try to set ourselves up for disappointments. We've been through this. We're a post-pandemic business. We opened in August of 2020. The breakfast restaurant opened on Christmas Day of 2020. So the entire life of the business has been under the global pandemic, and we've been out of the prediction business for a long time. So we just roll with the flow. We don't set ourselves up. But anyway, that's the update, guys. No alcohol. So we're just going to continue with our current hours, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., breakfast all day. We've got some lunch sandwiches and stuff like that. Had we been allowed to sell alcohol till 9 p.m., we would have been 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. We'd have done dinner specials. We'd have been serving beer at lunch. We'd have been playing pool. We'd have been playing music. We'd have been, pretty much reopened as a nightclub too, because we are a restaurant. Now, we may not have been allowed to do karaoke, shared microphones, so there may have been some limitations on us. But if we got the green light for dine-in alcohol as a restaurant, you guys can imagine that we're going to do everything we can. We haven't had that green light in 10 months, right? So that's the update, guys. We're still just a breakfast restaurant here at the Open Mic Pala. It's all we are. Ladies got good, consistent, repetitive customers and new customers frequently. The YouTube channel helps. The Facebook page of Open Mic Pala helps. We share everything. Facebook is king in Thailand. I mean, you can, if you've got some kind of a special, or you just want to post up a menu item or some kind of announcement, or a photo of some new customers, pinning the map, and we put that on our Open Mic Pala Facebook. We share that to Bonchon Living, Bonchon Bars and Restaurants, Rayong, Mapta Put, Bonchon, Bangsaray, like all of our local Facebook groups, you can just share. And so a lot of people get the notification of what's going on. The restaurant's still open. Here's the hours, blah, 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 closed on Mondays, right? So, but the YouTube has really been an effective way of promoting to international travelers, obviously. We've had groups of people that come in, and like I say, we begin to explain the history of the business and when we opened the nightclub and the grand opening that we had with Esquire and Asia jamming, right? And all this, and we start to tell them, and they're like, they already know. They already know. And there's no way they would know all those details by following a Facebook post, right? So they follow the channel, and it's exciting. It's exciting. But anyway, guys, I wanted to update all of you and let you know that that's the deal. And like I say, hopefully this Friday there will be an announcement, and that could change things for orange zones. It could make modifications in the blue zones. We just don't know, right? So anyway, that's all I got. Thanks for listening. I'll catch up with you guys here. Greer's in the house. Good morning, Greer. Good morning, everyone. Sue, so sorry to read that you have had surgery. I really hope you are feeling better and know so many people are thinking of you. Hope we can still catch up in April. Thank you so much, Greer. Appreciate that. Yeah, Tough to You's in the house. Good morning, Tough to You. We were talking about you earlier. Jeff put a link to this new gimbal that we're using, and he said it's really good for, if it's good in the live stream, it's amazing for videos, right? So the live stream is the most difficult to keep good video quality and keep the shakiness out. And there's no stabilization engaged on the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus smartphone, right? The camera's just on full. So, because if you have the stabilization on the camera, you can't zoom in, right? So the camera's just on HD setting, not full HD, because we can only stream in 720p. Actually, we're streaming in 1080p this morning, I think, because we're connected to the Wi-Fi here at home. But anyway, it seems to be a good gimbal, and Tough to You is planning on well, she's already filming some stuff and planning on coming to Thailand in April. God, yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed. Things are looking good. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, because the writing is on the wall as to what all of the scientists are currently saying about this new variant, and it's all good news, right? And Thailand is digesting all of that information too, and they're saying as such. If you guys follow the CCSA, they are saying, gratefully, that this particular Omicron, even though there's surging cases, the hospitalization and fatality rates are like way, way below what the Delta was. So they are acknowledging that it's not, maybe it's more endemic than it is pandemic, right? So I think there's a lot of good news coming on the horizon, but as far as our bar business, it's just what can I say? I can't say, well, we hope for February. I mean, no, I don't know when. Nobody knows, but maybe we'll get some new hints on Friday. But with the current mandatory quarantines and all stuff that's happening, and guys, that's not happening to just travelers that are entering Thailand. Okay, that are getting a positive test. Okay, that's not what's going on here. It's universal. Anyone getting a positive test is subject to the guidelines of what the government has set forth, as far as quarantine. Great friend of mine, Don, and I don't mind saying it because he's already publicly announced it. Don, American veteran, served over here at Utapao when he was in the Army during the Vietnam era. Army? Was he Army? No, Air Force. Oh, screwed that up. Yeah, Don's Air Force. Anyway, Don's mid to late 60s, got a Thai wife, a lot of experience in Thailand, right? 30, 40 years, great guy, frequent customer. Him and his wife are both positive, and they're in a quarantine hotel. This one right back here behind us called the Play. So the Play Hotel right here at Pala Beach is full of people that have tested positive. So you're talking about people that live here, right? Maybe they do the home test and they get a positive at home, and they isolate at home, and if their symptoms don't get bad, that they ride it out, and then they wait till they get the negative test before removing themselves from self-isolation at home. That's happening, right? But those who are vulnerable and maybe have some underlying comorbidities, if they get a positive test at home, they're going to a clinic or a government hospital and they're getting a full PCR, right? Not just the rapid ATK. And then when that pops hot, they're going to these hospitals, hotels that are connected directly to a hospital, so you can get care, you can get prescriptions. If your symptoms get worse, you can be transferred to the hospital itself, right? So I want you guys to know that this is happening to a lot of people that live in Thailand, right? Thais, expats, whatever. So there's a lot of stories about people entering Thailand that didn't know that there was a difference between a quarantine hotel that you booked when you came to Thailand, right, and a quarantine hotel where you go if you pop positive. It's not the same thing. The quarantine that you book if you're coming to Thailand is for the people that are testing negative, and you continually get tested. And if you test negative on the last test, then you're free to go from your quarantine. If you test positive at any time, you will be removed from. That's a quarantine for people that are not sick or not positive, right? You will be removed to a whole different thing. And this is happening to. I mean, I've got a good friend in Pattaya that popped positive. He was in a restaurant / bar in Pattaya right after Christmas, and they came in, government officials, and they mandatory test the staff, right, as part of the SHA plus system or whatever, and the staff was popping positive right there, rapid test. So he had to take the test as a customer. He's in there. He popped positive, cost him 15,000 baht, stayed 10 days in a hospital in Pattaya. He's got a condo in Pattaya. He lives alone, right? So he didn't have a choice, right? And so anyway, you guys just know that this is real, what they're trying to do. And like I say, I don't give my opinion on it. It doesn't matter what my opinion is. I'm just telling you that I know firsthand, people that are testing positive and saying, okay, I'm just going to isolate at home and see what happens. And then, they don't get severe symptoms, and then they start testing negative, and then they're back out in the public. And then people test positive at home, decide they want to go get confirmation, go to a government clinic or any kind of government testing area, which you guys know they have set up all over areas of Pattaya City, free government testing. So if you go get tested by the government publicly, then the game changes for you. And I do also had a friend that came into the restaurant yesterday that's tested negative now, a frequent customer. You guys know him, but I'm not going to give his name because, he didn't tell me, hey, you can tell my story in public. But so anonymously, great customer, local, lives in Pattaya on the east side, what they call the dark side, long-time resident, got his own private residence, positive at home. He's connected to one of the hospitals in Pattaya, so his choice. Everybody does their own thing. He chose to go ahead and go to the hospital, got the full PCR. Yep, you're hot, you're positive. Now, he had an appointment, like an evaluation with the doctor, and after they found out that he has a single unit residence, he lives alone, he has private parking, he has no reason to engage with anyone, they did allow him to isolate at home, right? So not everybody's case is the same, and he's not that old, right? And he doesn't have any comorbidities, so the risk of him getting any sure, but no, I mean, there's still a requirement that he comes back and do the public test, and right. So he just got released, you might say. He just got released because he's tested negative a couple times now after, but they allowed him to do self isolation at home. But that was because of his circumstances, because he lives alone, right? He has a long track record. He's a patient of the hospital that he went to in Pattaya, so they have all of his records, his address, his history, right? So the doctor could basically make an evaluation and say, okay, I'm not going to make you go to a hospital or a hospital because of your vulnerability, your age group, and the fact that you live alone. I'm going to let you isolate at home. But you have to download the tracking app, and you have to report, and then you have to follow up test, right? So anyway, enough. I know it's pretty heavy load, right? But so much good news on the horizon, I really think, guys. I think it's great news on the horizon, and we're not going to be down in the dumps because we don't get to open the bar yet, right? No reason to be down in the dumps about it. All right, let me catch up with the chat. Apologize, I'm going to have to fire up a cigarette, get the computer a little closer to my old eyes here. I do want to jump in here to the chat and catch up with you guys, and then we'll close it out, okay? So no open mic nightclub yet. I do have the sound system completely ready to go. Okay. Nam Yen and I took off on Monday, our day off, and we got a lot of stuff done, guys. I had to go do my 90-day report at the Rayong Immigration Office, which is so conveniently located to Ban Chong. It's easy. And it was very crowded. It was on a Monday, so it's very, very crowded. But there's about 5 people ahead of me, and they've got separate window just for the 90-day check-in. Of course, I always got my form and everything filled out when I arrived, and I had social distancing and all that. But so we got the 90-day report done, and then we went to the shop where we recently purchased a brand new amplifier, right? It's got more megahertz. It's kind of a higher quality amplifier, and then we've got the equalizer and the booster and the mixer and all this stuff that plugs in. So we were a little confused about, we didn't want to have something plugged in right on all those wrong and all those cables, and then power it up and short something out, right? So we took the entire sound system, not the speakers or anything, but the amplifier, the equalizer, there's 3-piece there, and then the mixing board, right? Took all that up to the shop where we purchased it, and their technician went through it all, plugged in their set of speakers, and we got it all working. It works Bluetooth, so people can be their own DJ, right? So we got the sound system all ready to go, got that delivered back to the open mic. So we're good to go there. We've got some new LED lighting. We needed to update some for our Thailand flag. So we've done a lot, and we're totally prepared to reopen at night. But it's not going to happen right now. But might as well get ready. And we moved everything off the stage, and they thoroughly cleaned the stage. And today I'm taking my drill gun and some screws, and tightening down some areas, just a little maintenance upgrade. So we are going to start playing music, 7 to 3 p.m. So we're gonna do everything we can as a restaurant now to get some, atmosphere. Of course, you keep the music low at breakfast because people like to talk, right? But we'll have the ambience, back with some music, and I've got a brand new set of wireless microphones, high quality wireless microphones, so I want to try those out. I'll be able to play guitar and entertain customers live. That's legal. Live music is legal. Just no alcohol yet, so we're not going to be opening at night. We're going to keep the same hours and get everything plugged in and ready to go for when we do open. So we're definitely not buying any alcohol yet. I was getting ready to go stock the whole beer cooler, guys, and yeah, we got a definitive no. Outside of a blue zone, there's no legal dine-in alcohol. Restaurant, bar, whatever you want to say, it doesn't matter. That's what we heard directly from our government. Okay, enough of the rambling man. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, get the English right. CW Moss says, I've subbed for a while, but you must have started streaming the last month or so. Yeah, I mean, we frequently do unannounced live streams, CW. It's just random. Yeah. I try to at least create a thumbnail now of the live stream and set it up, an hour in advance or something, but we appreciate you subscribing. Waiters in Alaska, I've had a lot of folks coming to visit from Triple T's channel. Rock on, high five. Good to hear, waiters. That's what we like. That's what we like, man. Tyron says, hello from Canada using the VPN. Ha 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 ha. Waiters in Alaska love your channel, Sue says. Thank you, Sue. That means a lot. Okay, all right. I backed way up on the chat, guys. I know that this is old stuff, but thank you, Triple T. We'll do 45 minutes. No, okay, got all that. We read that before. All right, scroll it down. Extra joke breakfast, Bodo said. Good morning, Nam Yin. Thank you all. Paul A came in. Hello, Paul A. Pork prices have skyrocketed in Thailand. Boy, you ain't kidding. I mean, I don't want to redo all my menus, right? And, you know, mark out the prices and all. I don't. So we're just doing the 10% additional. It's not going to make up for what it's costing us, but at least, you know, hopefully it's temporary, guys. Hopefully it's temporary. If you stop all exports, will make a huge difference. Let's just say there's a lot of neighboring countries, I think, that that are in the pork market of Thailand, right? Buying a lot of pork here. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. In Australia too, eh? I don't doubt it. I mean, America's got you know, all kinds of you know, shipping issues, and yeah, it's weird stuff that's going on. But hopefully, I mean, if you guys follow Dr. John Campbell, I've recommended him before. Jeff has posted his link before, but he's got over 2 million followers on YouTube. Okay, so John Campbell, right? Just like Campbell's soup, he'll pop right up. But that guy, I mean, his recent videos, he's talking about all the scientists pretty much are all in agreement that this is endemic now. This is endemic. This is no longer pandemic. So it's, you know, according to him, it's great news. It's just going to take a while for those facts to play out. So neighbor, Sumtum is that dog's name, Sumtum. Okay, wow, I backed way up on the chat, didn't I? Okay. Triple T, I'm at the surgeons now. Surgery, thank you, Namian and everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, Sue had arrived. So she's getting her consultation, guys. Bumblebee Transformer looks... Bodo, you've always got the coolest comments. You must be something, buddy. Appreciate you. Paul A., I'm going to the dentist. Almost finished my tooth implant. Well, good luck with that, Paul A., man. Whatever. Thanks for the prayers, brother. I don't know what the situation is, Sue, but I send you my positive. Okay, good. Okay, there's the Moza Mini P. Let me scribble. Oh, I scrolled way up. Okay, Tough to You came in and said, just popping in to say, hi, I'm under the weather. Think everything has caught up with me. Hoping there is good news from Sue. Well, thanks for popping in. Get some sleep. Take care of yourself. Lots of chicken soup and Pepto-Bismol, right? God, Tough to Use another one that means so much to this channel. They've been through so much, guys. If you don't know, she's just finished traveling and with family and everything to honor her late father at the National Cemetery in Arlington, Virginia. So Tough to You. Well-deserved rest. Stay safe. Stay home. Stay warm. A lot of difficult traveling going on, guys. A lot of wintertime traveling. Thanks, Tough to You, for popping in. Yeah, it's not feeling well. It figures with all she's been through. I mean, your body can only take so much. Jesus. Greer says, Triple T, love your positive thinking. Gives me hope that my plans to arrive in Thailand in May could still be. I would definitely stay hopeful. Stay hopeful, man. There's great, like I say, the writing's on the wall, guys. I mean, or none of us are Nostradamus, right? It'd be stupid to try to predict things or tell people with certainty. I would caution people entering Thailand, right? I mean, I've already told you that even people that live here, you get publicly tested positive, right? At any free clinic, hospital, whatever you want to call it, but on record, public positive test, you're going to have to follow the guidelines. And, you know, like I say, giving you different examples, people that are in quarantine locally, well, they don't have no choice, it's mandatory. And then people that were given the option to self-isolate at home. So, I mean, it just depends on your situation. But there are people on YouTube, new arrivals to Thailand, that will you can go look and see their experiences. Or people out there saying, hey, I didn't know there was a difference. I already had a quarantine hotel. I didn't know they were going to jerk me out of there. I already paid for it. I didn't know they were going to jerk me out of there and put me somewhere. Yeah, that's what's going on. There's a difference between quarantine for the testing negative, right? It's kind of like a holding zone. Phuket was probably the best place to enter because even before the test and go, you had free roam of at least the resort or hotel area that you were in or whatever, right? Just continual testing. As long as you're negative, 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 then you're on your way. One positive test, you can't stay in those style quarantines anymore. Those are for the people that are negative, right? A lot of people didn't know that, so you guys can follow people on YouTube that are sharing their direct experience. You don't need to hear it from me, right? Oh, Tyron says, what a large laptop you have there. I love this. It's the Lenovo IdeaPad 330. I've had it for about over 2 years now. It's been a great, great laptop. Oh, thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button. Appreciate that, Ron. We got a new person in, Sister Eileen. It'll all be over by summer. Great attitude, Sister Eileen. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for coming in. And there's Jeff, way ahead of me. There's Dr. John Campbell's link, guys, if you haven't checked him out. Thank you for that, Jeff. Oh, yeah, Tyron's following. Well, what I like about him, guys, I mean, he's not political, right? He's an author. He's a well-respected doctor. He's not a specialist like a virologist or anything, but, yeah, I mean, he's highly, highly credible. He'll criticize anybody. It doesn't matter if it's Fauci or WHO or, certain ones in the UK. If they're putting out stuff that's not following the data and the scientific analysis, and he'll just say, well, that's their opinion or whatever, but let me show you. And he's really good at showing all the charts, and he's been following this new wave, of course, since the origins in Africa, South Africa region. We don't know if it was actually originated from South African country, even though they got penalized for announcing, which is ridiculous, right? They announced, hey, we got a new variant, and then boom, everybody banned their flights. Anyway, crazy world we live in. But I think anyone that wants to have an objective analysis of just data, numbers don't lie, right? Dr. John Campbell's your guy. He's your guy. I mean, well, thank you so much, sister. Very nice to meet you, too. And if you're one of our new subscribers, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We really, really do. And welcome. I think you'll find a lot of good people that visit the channel. Not everybody can. I mean, I put out a lot of content, and because we're getting this push in the algorithms, and Jeff will tell you, because Jeff and I share a lot of analytics on the channel, right? I keep Jeff up to date on what's going on, and when you go from 8% YouTube suggestion, right, that means you're not really in the algorithms. I mean, 8% of your viewers are getting the video suggested or recommended by YouTube when they're watching someone else's content, whether it's Thailand content or jungle content, whatever they're watching, right? And we went from 8% up to 60% overall. Now, the jungle hiking videos are like 95%. YouTube suggestions. So you can see the traffic source. There is so many details in YouTube Studio, the analytics on every video, and then on the channel overall, right? So the fact that we're getting this recent push and so many new people like you, Sister Eileen. I hope you're seeing. I'm seeing Eileen. I think that's Eileen, not Eileen. Yeah. So many new people like you, and then increased comments underneath videos. All this interaction with the videos kind of forces the computer to push things a little bit more. It's like, wow, this video is only 24 hours old. It's got 900 views and 40 comments, right? That's really high numbers for this little channel. So obviously, they're going to want to push it, because when it comes to Google and YouTube, they're all about the money, right? Can they place ads on your stuff? Is there going to be enough people, in the average view duration of your videos and stuff to see the ads, right? So, but we don't do YouTube as a job or for monetization, and a lot of you guys know that A lot of the music I use is not copyright free, so there'll be credits to the original artist of the music that I use in the videos. Those credits will be in the description box, and any revenue that's generated, ad revenue, goes to them. I don't get anything. I don't care. I do it for a hobby, and you guys know I love to make videos, and we just get a lot of good feedback. And like this chat we got going on this morning, that's what it's all about. I don't care I mean, I'm grateful that the jungle videos got pushed and got thousands of views, right, on a three-part series. But if they'd only gotten 500, I'd still be just as happy, right? I mean, but it's great to see that the YouTube thing is actually working. Nice to meet you too, Sister Aline. And then Tyron says, watch Mr. Black's channel on being yanked out of quarantine hotel to a hospital. Okay, there you go. And Jeff put up the link. There you go, guys. So is he is he a YouTuber, or did he just happen to? No, he's got a channel. Yeah. So okay, so he's a YouTuber, and Mr. Black on YouTube, and Jeff put the link up there. Mr. Black Adventure. Okay. So there you go. I've heard of several people that have documented their experience from going from a negative test. You're not hot, you're not sick, quarantine, mandatory because you entered Thailand, whatever the scheme is, the sandbox or on on Koh Samui, wherever you're at, whatever the rules are. So you're mandatory that you have to stay in this ASQ quarantine, and the amount of time has changed because they've done away with the test and go, right? So a lot of people didn't know that there was different quarantine if you test positive. Yeah, you don't get to stay there. So it doesn't matter if you've already paid for all that. Maybe you came here for a 2-week vacation. You're like, oh, it's worth it. I've already got a quarantine hotel. I've got COVID health insurance. I've got it all covered, right? And they had no idea that if you happen to pop positive while you're staying at that quarantine hotel, then you get yanked, right? So good. There you go, guys. Go check out Mr. Black. I know Tyron and Jeff wouldn't be recommending it unless it's going to be useful information for anybody that's entering Thailand. But don't let anything that's going on currently be too big of a Debbie Downer, because like I say, the writing is on the wall, man. That endemic, living with it like a bad flu bug or whatever, additional booster shots, maybe revamping the vaccines and stuff like they do with flu vaccines. So that's looking like where it's headed. So, if you listen to Dr. John Campbell, everything about this new Omicron is good news from a scientific perspective, because it's creating all of this immunity because it's spreading so fast, and it's breakthrough infections. So even people that are fully vaxxed or boosted and everything else are getting it with very mild symptoms, very low hospitalizations. But now you still have to be aware that there's people that have serious comorbidities, right? They're either very elderly, like 80s and up. We got a lot of elderly population here in Thailand. Every country in the world has that. So maybe they're very elderly, and next week they were going in for their second triple heart bypass surgery, right? So their body's really weak, and they got this surgery scheduled, and they got major medical things going on in their lives, and then they get the Omicron, right? So we do have to keep in mind that even though for most people it seems to be very good news that it's spreading so rapidly and mild symptoms, you still have to be concerned, about people that choose to not self-isolate at home. They don't want to self-isolate at home because they're concerned that maybe their symptoms will get worse. They don't know if they'll be the run-of-the-mill standard Omicron patient that's basically got a bad cold, or they may, because of their knowledge of their body and their particular health currently, like my friend Don, and his wife are over here in the hotel at a hospital. They got a condo right across the street, right? But they chose not to isolate at home because they are concerned, and rightfully so. And you have to respect everyone for their personal decisions that they make, right? But yeah, I think overall the news is really good, and of course, we've got line chat groups here with the veterans groups, and And so I stay up with, and I know a lot of guys that have popped positive and they've recovered, right? And so I don't know anybody that's, that's having a very difficult time with this one. But that could change, and I'll certainly let people know. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close it. I hope you understand what's going on at the open mic. Breakfast restaurant only, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., closed on Mondays. So for any of you that are entering Thailand, maybe you're in Phuket now, or whatever you're planning on doing, and you've caught some of our videos here, and you're like, hey, I want to go over there to Phala. Just know, we don't have nightlife back yet, guys. We just don't have it. But we'll welcome you to the restaurant. We do custom orders, so if there's a particular item that you want that's not on the menu, we can handle that. The lady's got all kinds of Thai food options that's not on the menu too. So just, feel welcome. And we have lots of seating with social distancing. We're all open air with lots of fans. And today I'm going to be turning on the music. So we will have music playing. And so we're going to be right there at that stage where as soon as we get the green light on adult beverages are legal again, even if it's just for restaurants, even if there's no bar, karaoke, nightclub kind of thing, we are a licensed restaurant. So we'll be able to kick things off, and maybe we'll be able to stay open till 11 or 12 at night. We just cut the alcohol off at 9 p.m. But as soon as we get a green light, we'll definitely let you guys know, okay? Thank you so much. Sawadee Kap. See you later. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you for all the comments, and appreciate the new subscribers. And we're all thinking of Sue right now. So thank you so much. And that's where we started. Well, let's go ahead and close down there, shall we? Probably a best place to close, Jeff. That's where we started the stream. I didn't even know, Jeff, if you were going to be available today, because you know me, with these unannounced live streams. I did take a thumbnail and set it up like an hour in advance. But anyway, I appreciate you being there, Jeff, and Tyron, and appreciate everyone, but really appreciate, because the moderators, they kind of feel like obligated, and I hate that, really, because Jeff knows, Ron knows, Sue, it's up to you. Everybody knows if you're a moderator on this channel, you can't be here. That's just the way it goes, So be here when you can, and don't change your schedule just because you see some notification on the open mic here. But we definitely appreciate it when you can make time for us. And wow, she burned all the way down, Jeff. Completely. She was sitting right there. All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a great evening, night, morning, afternoon, whatever time it is in your neck of the woods. Thanks for hanging out. Good morning, Thailand. Thank you. Peace and love to everyone. You're welcome, Jeff. Take care, Greer. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much. Peace and love to everyone. Your humble host, Triple T, at the Open Mic PHALA Thailand YouTube channel. Signing out. See you on the next video.